Dakota College About No Time, and we have the one, the only Dr. Zahra Moss.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
Well, I'm a curious guy. You don't know unless you ask.
That's true.
That's true.
Very true.
So let's talk business.
Okay.
Let's talk fraternity. Let's talk Phi Theta Kappa.
Yes, I am very excited to let the community know about the great things that are happening with Phi Theta Kappa and DCB. So Phi Theta Kappa is the honor society for two-year colleges. It's nationally recognized, and what we do here with our local chapter is try and kind of get students. Well, we motivate them by recognizing their academic achievements, but then we also promote things like service and leadership. So you might see us out in the community. We were at So Stinkin' Cool Fest, usually lead the bike parade for Crazy Days. So we're kind of like out and about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is an exciting time for at least one of the people.
Oh, yes.
And then tell me. Let's single out one of the members of Phi Theta Kappa.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to our New Century Workforce Scholarship recipient. So last semester we had a Coca-Cola scholarship recipient. It's a New Century Pathway Scholar, which means that this is a student who went to DCB and was going straight into the workforce. So oftentimes when you think of scholarships, you think, oh, I need transfer opportunities. I'm going to go to a 4-year, or I'm going to do something else.
Sure, yeah.
Well, DCB offers really great career and technical education programs. And we were recognized by having the highest scholar in the state of North Dakota in CTE programs. And the student was Shaylin Gibre. And she's a photography student who submitted an application for scholarship, and her plan was to continue her technical training by opening her own photographic studio and doing private photo shoots. And so she completed a very, well-rounded and thought-out essay, short application, and was, recognized at the state level throughout with all the colleges. And then now she's going to be recognized in New York City next month at the Association of Community College Trustees. So we're very excited.
That's super exciting.
Yes.
So who gets to go for this?
I will be in attendance as the Phi Theta Kappa chapter advisor.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I'm just really, really excited to share this journey with her. And then I've also invited her photography advisor, Leslie Ostrom. If you've seen her around, she's at all the events. She's our photographic studio manager, and then she does all our graphic design at the college.
Okay.
So she is her advisor and was working with her for 2 years. Clint Saunders, unfortunately, couldn't attend. So Leslie will be there. And besides the fact that she worked so hard for those 2 years, completing practicum assignments and being at athletic events and shooting community events like Halloween and Trunk or Treat. Shaylin really is just like a really well-rounded individual, and she's conscientious about her environment, and she's a thoughtful person, and just an overall great representation of the kind of student that we have at DCB. So we are more than excited. I spoke to Dr. Simone, our new campus dean, and I was explaining to her, what a fantastic student that Shaylin was. And she said, we should celebrate her. And so she was like, let's make this happen.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're actually going to go, and she's going to be recognized at this banquet in the middle of Times Square in New York City next month. So, yeah, very exciting.
That is super exciting. Now, as the advisor as the director of the Phi Theta Kappa, did you get the information before Shaylin did? Were you notified before she was about the whole thing?
Yes, to an extent. Basically what happens is all students who are members of Phi Theta Kappa apply for fall scholarships, and those fall scholarships allow you to enter into a larger competition, a statewide competition for kind of like top rankings, and then it goes into like a nationwide search. Shaylin's scholarship, she was ranked top in the state, but it's actually sponsored by the Coca-Cola Foundation. So it's a kind of like a larger philanthropic organization that is connected to Phi Theta Kappa. So I get to select from a pool of nominees or students someone to nominate. And so I can select 2 career and technical education students and then 2 students who are on transfer pathways, 2 students who want to continue their education at a 4-year. And so I was pretty confident in, her application, but I was just beyond thrilled when I received that notification. So, I mean, just like maybe like 2 seconds before she did, but.
So I'm just, news like that, it's life-changing.
Right.
What was her reaction? I mean, you were there. You remember it, don't you?
It's so funny that you say this because Leslie and I have this conversation all the time. Shaylin is very quiet and reserved. And so we have spent the past probably 3 or 4 months trying to convince her and kind of like let her know how big of a deal this is. She is very humble. She's very kind. I'm not sure that she'll kind of like grasp it in its entirety until we get there and she sees like, wow, all of these people are here to celebrate you with, accolades and tell you how amazing you truly are. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing we love to talk about at DCB is how it's not a small college, but the relationship between the faculty and the students, because it's a smaller number of students. You're not just numbers in a room. You are people.
Yes.
And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
And I think that's so cool that you got to pick the nominees for this because you know these students as well as you do.
Absolutely.
So you know who would be really well considered for this. And that's great.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the benefits of attending a 2-year like Dakota College at Botno, especially for those in, considering their future paths, is that you really do get that kind of like rapport with your instructors. You get that one-on-one kind of like training, whether it's in a horticulture, agricultural program, or just a general academic program. A lot of people don't have the confidence to approach an instructor at like a, UND or NDSU when you're in a seminar room with like 300 students, which is what it was like when I went to college. It's very intimidating, or can be.
Of course, yes.
So, no, I love kind of like finding my students and, showering them with accolades, but they will also tell you that I will also find them if they skip my classes, and I will tell them, hey, I didn't see you today. So, I mean, it is kind of like...
I will make you a life a living.
I mean, it is kind of like, hey, I didn't see you yesterday. What's going on?
Right.
So, but that's kind of nice too, if you're not from here, have like a little...
Yeah. And the students who hear that, they know that you care.
Yes, I hope so, yeah.
Maybe a little too much. No. That's great, though. This is an exciting time.
Yes, it is very exciting. And we actually just opened up open enrollment right now for students who were eligible to join Phi Theta Kappa. So we have our fall kind of enrollment running right now. Our staff senate on campus is putting together a fundraiser to help students defray the cost of membership. So right now we have like a large pool. I think I invited like 65 eligible students to join Phi Theta Kappa.
Okay.
And in order to do that, you just have to have 12 credits completed, a GPA of 3.5, and then good academic standing kind of like all around.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's very exciting. A lot of students who do dual credit inquire about Phi Theta Kappa. So if you're in high school and you want to transfer into DCB, you could be eligible for something called provisional membership, which is basically getting kind of like your feet in the door. And then once you enroll at a college and have a degree seeking path, then you can kind of get full membership. But yeah, it's a wonderful organization, and DCB is just really glad to have it on campus.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming in today. If we have any questions about this, how do we get a hold of you?
Sure. You can always contact me at DCB. My email, zahra.moss@dakotacollege.edu. And then you can always just give me a buzz. If you're interested in having us volunteer or you'd like to learn more about the organization, I'd love to come and talk to students about it. You can give me a buzz. That's 228-5445.
Perfect. And Zahra is Zahra.
Yes, it is.
And Moss, just like Randy.
Yes.
You've never heard that before, I'm sure. A lot. Okay. Awesome, Zahra. Dr. Moss, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Shane.
Yeah, of course. You have a great day, and we'll get you back sometime soon, all right?
Yes.
8:38 into our next 7-day 4.